Hey, what's up everyone? It's Duskmos, and today I'm super excited to be bringing a launch day video out for the all-new Sunlight from Old Blood Noise Endeavors, now in glorious stereo. Let's check it out. The day has finally come. OBNE is gracing us with another stereo version of their lineup of pedals, and it's a very exciting day because the Sunlight is a special pedal to me. That's because this bad boy over here was actually my first launch day video, and it was an exciting moment because it was like the first time I really felt like I was trusted with a release, and really cool. I don't know, it felt like I was finally welcome into the club, you know, of like the synth fluency pedal people. But it helps that it's a really cool pedal, and it's had a little bit of a history. I think this one came out about like 4.5, almost 5 years ago or something. The Dark Light was the sort of next graduation of the Sunlight, which was the Dark Star and the Sunlight merged into a sort of dual mono kind of stereo-ish pedal. And it was really cool, limited edition, then brought back for a little bit in another like round of limited, and even had this really cool expression ramper that matched it, which took me a long time to get because I didn't get it initially. And then I had to set up alerts. I think I got it from like a music go round location shipped to me, or Reverb, I can't remember. But yeah, it took a minute to get that, and I was really excited because it matches and, you know, whatever. But speaking of matching, I've got the Sunlight in this really cool black and white colorway matching the OPXY, and even more conveniently, they sound really good together. I'm really digging, before we even jump in all the way, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm really digging using, I don't know, velocity mixed in with the dynamics mode, which is kind of a cool reactive mode that's in the Sunlight stereo that'll let through signal to interact with the reverb and delay tails so that you can only hear it react to certain, once it passes a certain threshold. You'll see, it's really cool. Like all of the updated pedals in this new form factor from Old Blood, you've got the ability to have multiple presets. So there's 3 here. And then you also have LFO, which is really cool, where you can route it to any of these 3, time, frequency, or wet level. It's really fun to kind of mess around with those settings. Aux is a multi-function. It lets you switch between tap tempo or a freeze, or even lets you hit between what your live setup is and a preset. So kind of like a fast switcher sort of thing. So we've got dry level up here on the left, the dynamics control I was talking about with a notched center, so you can go left or right of center. And when it's in center, dynamics isn't reacting, but you can, you know, pivot off of that. You got your decay amount, feedback, a rate with a quarter all the way up to like a 4x, so nice range there. Depth in the middle, and then an LFO shape with 6 different wave shapes. And as I mentioned, time, frequency, and wet level with these little LFO clickable buttons. Of course, presets, which I also mentioned, you can jump between with that little button. And the bypass switch. There's also some hidden functionality too. Like you can change up your filter type by alting on the frequency knob. So you can do high pass, low pass. I think a band reject, and then like that's not a put down, but maybe like some kind of notched band pass or something. But that's pretty cool. There's some other stuff that I won't bore you with that you can read in the manual, which I'll link to their product page, but also the manual directly, so you can kind of check that out and follow along or look up something if you're a little bit more curious. For ports on the back, you've got input in stereo, output in stereo. You've got a expression jack as well, and TRS, which you can route to different things. There's also a MIDI jack, little micro mini jack. So it has MIDI on board, which is cool. And there's a USB jack, like on a lot of these, in this new form factor from Old Blood. But it doesn't do anything yet because it is for future updates, potentially. But for now, it's just lying in wait. Okay, I realize I've had it engaged this whole time, so let me bypass it and play some clean sounds. So this is the first clean sound, kind of like a bassy pluck thing. And as you can hear, with velocity, it goes from sort of like a felted sort of sound to a harder pluck, a little harder ping. And that'll come into play later because I'm going to use that with dynamics. Let's go ahead and hear it. So already sounds really cool. The LFO you can ignore because it's not routed to any of these yet, which you'll see in a moment what that looks like when it is routed. So we'll tweak the frequency. The thing you'll notice like is really cool you can almost like minimize it enough where it's just like a really subtle background effect. It plays well with bass too. Okay, I brought down the shape to the first position, but we'll go ahead and now interact with the LFO and frequency. So now here it's doing some really nice panning. Can open it up. So I said you'd see it, but yeah, when I've selected it, you can now see that obviously that knob is lit. So that's how you know the LFO is going to it. Let's make it impact the time. So immediately you hear that delay layer kind of freak out a little bit. And you get it, that sort of tape sound, like a little tape bend. You can back off the depth a little bit. So nice and wobbly and woozy if you want it to be. You can slow down the rate and the depth a little bit there. Go for something a little more subtle. Sounds really nice. Let's ramp up the decay like crazy. And as you can hear, it really hangs on. So now let's increase the depth and the rate of the LFO and impact those tails. You can already hear it. Really cool. Let's apply the LFO to the wet level as well. And we'll increase the depth. Slow down the rate. It's a little crazy. So you can hear panning happening. Pretty haunting. Really nice. Okay, let's bypass. You'll hear the nice tails. We're back to clean on the input. Far less interesting. Okay, we're going to switch now to another sound. So a little marimba vibe. Let's go ahead and engage again. Oh, okay. That was a little spicy, a little hot. Let's bring the decay down a bit. Feedback up. We'll take the LFO off everything, actually. Let's try some. Actually, let's try the dynamics out. So I'm gonna go right of center. Turn up the wet here. As you can hear, oh, I triggered it. But when I'm playing it gently, it's not hitting the reverb. But when I'm a little bit more aggressive, so you can choose when to bring that in, and that's really cool. And I know dynamics isn't really anything new in pedals, but I don't know, this implementation for whatever reason really works for me. Let's go back to that bassy sound, because there was some stuff I was liking there. So when I was playing with this a little bit earlier, let's check it out. Bring up the frequency. This one's monophonic, so it's jumping between the notes. Really nice. Up in the feedback, changes the LFO shape to a saw? Or is it triangle? I think it's triangle. And let's impact the frequency. And we'll go kind of medium fast. Depth really intense. Let's get the rate going nuts. Pretty cool though. The square wave now. Really nice. Bypass. We're gonna try another sound out here. Oh, not that one. This one. All right, so now we'll go back to engage. Really cool, and you can really hear it kind of ramp in. Like it's kind of gentle there. And then it really comes in. Let's switch the shape up again. Kind of like reverse saw. Up the frequency, we'll bring some of the highs in. You got like a sample and hold, random. It's a little crazy. Cool though. Let's go ahead and, yeah, freak it out with the time. Oh my God. Some crazy jumble action in the best way. I think some of that loudness was happening because the feedback was up. Up the decay. Just make this one basically hold. You almost got a sequence going. Get rid of the dynamics. Crazy. Let's impact the wet level too. That's crazy. That's pretty fun though. Like if you have the decay maxed out, you can hop through the LFO shapes. Be like, which flavor do I prefer? Let's go with that. Get the frequency down. Time way down. Not LFO the wet. Oh dang. I mean, that's pretty cool. I feel like this could get you into some songwriting vibes. Let's be careful, stack up and feedback and all that business, but pretty sick. Okay, decay back down to earth. Okay, I have a really basic sequence I'm going to play now, and it's a little repetitive, but I'm just going to keep it real simple here and vibe out and just see like what kind of weirdness we could get going. So already it's kind of weird. In fact, I'll go ahead and bypass. This is what it sounds like clean. Yeah. So that's all 3 sounds plus the drums. Actually, I don't think this one is in there. Let's add a little something. Okay. Cool. Let's engage and just get weird. This would be cool synced. Reverb. Oh, I'm changing the filter type because I'm holding this. My bad. Yeah, I feel like this synced would be really freaking nuts. So we're getting random values sent to time, frequency, and wet. Amazing. Thing is nuts and I love it. We can make it a little more subtle. Kind of back down to reality. And there we go. That is my first look at the Sunlight here on launch day. Really stoked on this one. Love it. I think it's my favorite version yet. The dark light was pretty fun though. The original is very sentimental to me. If you skipped the video up to this point, you won't know why, but if you go back, you will. And yeah, sick. Love it. Definitely check it out. I'm sure there's a slew of other videos out today, but straight away, I think it's a winner on synths. Fact that they're stereo, and obviously there's multiple stereo modes too. So there's mono in, stereo out. There's mono in, mono out, and stereo. So I have it in stereo right now, as I should have. But yeah, fantastic, just awesome, and I'm really pumped to add it to my Sunlit collection here. Let me know what you think about the Sunlight in the comments below. I'm digging it. I think you probably will too, is my guess. I don't know what you would not like about this thing. And shout out, of course, to Old Blood Noise Endeavors for sending this out for me to demo. Really cool, really exciting, always getting stuff, pre-release and being able to be part of the launch day. They've been a longtime supporter of the channel, gave me a chance, like I said early on, with the first Sunlight, bringing us to today and the all-new Sunlight Stereo. On that note, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. See you next time.